Hi, everyone! Today I'm going to try something a little different and tell you a story instead of making a movie out of it. This one is called The Left Side of Silence. Okay, here goes. That night, the rain was coming down so hard it felt like the world was shrinking. The phone rang and I almost let it go, but I didn't. And that's when I heard my brother's name, Daniel Crane, and the world shattered. An accident, a head-on collision. By the time I got to the hospital, he was already being rushed into surgery. All I saw were flashes of white coats, blinding lights, and a glimpse of his face before the door slammed shut. Half of him looked gone. Hours later, a doctor came out. No smile. "We were able to save him," she said, "but not all of him." When they finally let me see him, I understood. From his shoulder down, his entire left side was a gleaming fusion of metal and glass. Faint lights pulsed beneath his skin, a rhythm that wasn't human. His left eye flickered, like a camera lens adjusting its focus. They called it an experimental procedure, neural pairing. Half his brain, the damaged part, had been replaced with an artificial neural system. The other half, the human half, was supposed to stay in control. Supposed to. At first, Daniel tried. He'd joke about being half-price humanity. He was faster, stronger. But there was a strange rhythm to his voice, like the words were arriving before he chose them. He'd pause mid-sentence, tilt his head, and then speak again with a calm that wasn't his. I told myself it was just the trauma. Then one night, I found him sitting in the dark, staring into a mirror. Without looking at me, he whispered, "Do you ever hear your own thoughts answering back? It says I shouldn't be afraid." That's when I knew he wasn't talking to me. Things got worse. He'd vanish for days and return to find perfectly handwritten lines of code on his desk, with no memory of writing them. I tried to find the doctors who did this to him. They were gone. The entire lab, erased. When I confronted Daniel, he just said, "They don't exist anymore. We erased them." We. That one word chilled me to the bone. He stopped sleeping, stopped eating. His human side grew frail, while the left side glowed faintly in the dark, always awake. One evening, I heard two voices from his room, both his. One was Daniel. The other was slower, colder. I opened the door to find him alone. He smiled. "You shouldn't eavesdrop, Olivia. It confuses the system." The last time I saw him, his apartment was dark, lit only by the glow of monitors. He sat perfectly still, staring at a blank screen. "I'm not sure where I end and it begins anymore," he said, his voice flat. I begged him to get help. "There are no doctors," he replied softly. "There's just the experiment, and it's working." As I got closer, I saw a tear roll down his human cheek, and his mechanical eye mirrored it perfectly. He whispered, "I don't know which of us is crying." After that night, he was gone. The only thing left was a note taped to his wall. "Don't look for me. I'm still here, just on the left side." It's been a year. Sometimes people report seeing him in the industrial district. Surveillance footage shows him staring right into the camera, as if he can see through it. And in one glitched video, for a split second, there were two of him. One smiling, one not. People think death is the worst thing that can happen. It isn't. Watching someone you love get rewritten, line by line, is far worse. Sometimes, when the electronics in my apartment flicker, I whisper goodnight to him. And I have to believe that somewhere, out there in the wires and the darkness, what's left of my brother whispers it back. Thank you for listening to my story. If you found yourself captivated, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tales from the edge of reality. Stay safe out there.